idea how the IT infrastructure work. Like how, what is an UI? What is a, you know, you are a UI developer, right? What is the roles and responsibility of UI? How the UI segregated from other technology? So we're going to cover that basics first, so that you will understand the IT infrastructure very well. Okay. So
Okay.
if you start, if you see the older classical applications, right? What will be you, as you grown up in India, right? You came across multiple websites. Example, if you take up any, let's take any bank website. Okay. If you take any bank across India or now still exists, okay, if you can take any bank, they go to the website, do any process, okay. If you do any process in the browser, right, the entire browser will refresh for any click of a button, or like if you just in case of an arrow mark next or back, if you click on any operation, the entire application refreshes. Have you observed it?
Yeah, observe it.
Yeah. So why it does, like in classic applications, means the older way of applications, the UI, okay, the UI will always, in any action by the user, will be sent through the any action. It can be, it will send to the server. Okay. So every action will be sent to the server, and every action will be processed in the server with respect to the example. If you click back, right, you should go back to the particular page, right? So if the action is back, the server renders a new page and gives back as a response. If you click on login, it will check for the login, and UI will render it will give the new UI. Okay, why this is what this kind of technology was developed? Because if you take the old applications, old devices and technology used to it, right? If you see, if this is a mobile you use, okay, in the olden days, this mobile might have like less configuration, right? Like if you imagine like around 10 years or 12 years back, a mobile with 1 GB RAM is like a kind of big thing, big deal. Okay. So if you have such kind of devices, right, how can you load a huge chunk of UI? Okay. So what the technology persons thought, right? Better we'll develop a server. This is a server. Okay, this will be maintained by the bank. Okay, so this server will have a higher configuration is higher in case of olden here. So if it is higher, every user click, right, it will be sent back to the server and received back to the mobile. So mobile has no utilization. Mobile memory will not be utilized in the old age of applications. Only the server will be overloaded, and the server will take the data. Example, if you take your university's results page, it will be, if some more than 10 100 people try to log in, right, it will crash. If you see IRTC, I can give multiple examples. So what happens, each and every click, like, it's sent to the server. Depends upon the server capacity, it handles more requests, otherwise it will crash. So this is the old way of application development. Okay, why they went for this application? All technology used by us, like users, like us, like a tablet or a laptop or a mobile, it was having very less configuration. If we have a less configuration, how can we render more item, right? It will freeze, right? So in order to improve its performance, we have dedicated a server where the server load is high. Okay, so that is the reason behind the classic application behaving the same in this way. Like every each and every action, it refreshes and fetches the data. What is the disadvantage? If you see, the as if the bank should pay more for this server. Example, you imagine a small bank with just 1 lakh people. Okay, like let's 1,000 people. Okay, only 1,000 people. Okay, you can just host it in your normal server, and you can host applications website anywhere. If the users becomes 10,000, fine, it can hold. It breaks sometime. Imagine lakhs. It will not even. It imagine in crores, lakhs and millions. Okay, so if you imagine how much server they should pay, depends upon the user, multiplies, the revenue will be put on server will be so much higher, right? You can imagine it, right?
Yeah.
So the bank is going to spend more on infrastructure. This is called as infrastructure. Infrastructure in the sense servers, databases are called as infrastructure. Infrastructure cost will be more in case of classic applications. You need to pay more for the infrastructure. So in order to overcome this, right, how they overcome, like they thought of updating, making the server faster and making the applications lighter, but nothing worked out. Why? Because end user will keep on multiplying. In case of India, right, each and everyone has their mobile. They use every applications, right? Like you take an example of GPay. Like everyone will have Google Pay in India. So imagine like billion, around a billion people holding a app with the, if they try to hit the server will go for a toss, right? So they should have a mechanism where it restricts the server to handle proper. So as we evolve, right, what happened? Like the technology's configuration become higher. Okay. So in order to exploit these technologies, right, we came into an idea. How I will explain that. Before that, in classic, how the server will be, right? UI and server side code, all operations will be done in server. Whatever you do in classic, I'm explaining in classic. Okay. If you see in classic, whatever you do, okay, it will example. If you just click on any drop down, also drop down is simple, right? If you example, if you click on an input box, also it will every input text. If you enter a name in input box, there is a username in the classic application. You are in the username text box. If you are entering, right, like Ravindra R, for R it will hit back the server and come back. A, it will go back and come back. So it is a hectic process. And UI and server is tightly coupled in case of classic applications. UI and server are tightly coupled. Okay. So in order to overcome this, when the technology becomes so rapidly growing, right? So the mobile configuration, if you see the current mobile configuration, starting mobile configurations are 3 GB, 2 GB, and 4 GB in mobile itself. Previously, laptops will have 4 GB. Mobiles will have around 120 MB or something. Now it got increased, right? So in order to exploit the user's configuration, right, they came into a new approach. Okay, I will go for a new slide. Yeah, I'm starting with basics, man. If you don't want it, let me know. Okay.
No,
Yeah. So if you see here, in the current trend, what happened? Because of the higher configuration of our current devices, configuration of our devices become very high. Okay. So the banks and other community, right, like other shareholders, what they thought, why should we invest more on servers? We should exploit this high configuration of user mobiles. Like this is user. Okay. So it can be it can be a mobile, it can be a laptop, anything. Okay. It can be a mobile, it can be a laptop, it can be anything. Okay. So in order to exploit our devices, what they did, instead of firing everything, they segregated UI from server. This is a server, right? So what they did, they segregated the UI from the server and pushed all the UI components to the mobile. So this is now termed as user front-end developers. The user or whoever develops the code for the UI are called as front-end developers. You are a front-end developer now. Okay. So in
okay.
case of front-end developer, how the code will run, if you see, when the user example, you take an what is a bank? American bank. Okay. If you are trying to log into American bank, a simple request goes to the server. Okay. And the entire code of UI will be sent to the mobile. So the entire code will reside on your mobile because your mobile configuration is high, right? So entire
Mm,
code will be sent to the mobile. After that, what it does, if you do any of, like example, if you're typing for login, username and password, until you click on submit, no request goes to the server. Okay. Example, if you are trying to sign up for an Facebook, for an American bank, you are trying to create an account, you will fill all the username, password, and your address and other stuff. You have multiple validations, right? Your phone number should be 10 digits and your area pin code should be in restricted format and your email ID should be in a particular format. All validation will be done in the UI. means in the by the mobile by use of the UI frameworks. No request goes to the server. So for each and everything, and then in the classic one there was a request gone to the server. Now we have drastically reduced the server call, right? So what happens? So the server cost drop drastically. Now the server cost is very low. Why? Because the corporations and the clients are exploiting your users infrastructure. This is user infrastructure. It might be your laptop, your mobile. Okay, so that is the evaluation of front-end technologies like React. Okay, React, Angular, Vue.js. Okay, Angular and Vue, all some of the front-end technologies. All these front-end technologies are JavaScript based. JS, they call it as JS, JavaScript. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how the evaluation of React, Angular, Vue.js came into picture. Okay. So this is how the UI technology evolved, and UI became a part of a different. It got separated from server technologies, and it became a single hand framework. Previously, UI will be a part of server. Example, if you are a .NET developer, you yourself will have HTML CSS. If you have a Java developer, they themselves will create HTML CSS. Now .NET and Java became a separate stuff. This is called server-side developers, okay, or like backend developers. Okay, you can call it anything. Okay, so now what it became, the infrastructure became so low. Okay, this is around 2011 to 2012. This is how it was. After that, what happened? Even the server infrastructure maintenance, even it is low, someone should pay. Bank should pay some for someone, right? In order to maintain it, yeah, to keep on running it. So they should keep on paying it, someone, right? So in order
Yeah.
to overcome this, a new way of server hosting came, and maintenance came. That is called cloud. What is the advantage of cloud? If you see, in case of a bank called Bank of America, if they want to maintain a server, they should have a place, correct? And they should have some set of people maintaining it. They should have a particular place. They should keep on maintaining it, right? It's not like one day you maintain, next day you don't, because the server is so important to you. So in order to, there was a lot of cost going on in it. Either example, if you take an example, right, like in case of your night times, no one will use a server, but still you need to maintain the server. It should be keep on running. Otherwise, some user, if suddenly they want to log in, right, no, the server should not be down, right? So in order to like make it 24 into 7, they had to pay more. So in order to overcome it, cloud technology evolved. So in cloud technology, it is same as a server maintained in one place. It's just named as cloud. But what is the advantage of cloud? You in case of server, you once you want the requirement, you should pay for either you use or not, you will pay. In case of server, that is the biggest disadvantage in server. You use it or not use it, the bank should pay the server cost and maintenance. But in case of cloud, it is like use and pay. Whatever you use, you pay. Example, you use for 10 minutes, you pay only for 10 minutes for a particular day. You don't no need to pay for rest 23 hours anymore. You just use for 1 hour, you only pay for 1 hour. So the cloud becomes so efficient. Why should I invest more money in server? So all the clients are now moving to the cloud. In cloud, we have AWS, Azure. AWS is by Amazon, Azure is by Microsoft, and we have GCP, a Google Cloud Platform. This is by Google. This is the three famous cloud technologies currently in market. Okay, so they provide infrastructure to the bank with low cost. What even if richest banks cannot afford, cannot provide such a low cost cloud stuff, because they have a lot of experience in maintaining the servers, right? So they are in a market like a three competitors, like competing with each other and providing a very low cost cloud services, infrastructure services. So that is named as cloud. Cloud is nothing a big deal, just an infrastructure given by some third party. Okay, it will be available whenever on your need, on demand it will be available. It's not like, in case of example, you can take an example of your laptop. Okay, if you are trying to host your application in your like a web page or your blog in your through your laptop, right? It should be turned on 24 into 7, right? Otherwise someone reaching your blog will not be able to access it. But in case of if you are hosting in cloud, whenever a user trying to reach it, it will be hosted. Otherwise it will be like in a ideal states, so the all the cost will be reduced. So this is the cloud stuff. Okay. You're good with it, or like you are, it is too much for you?
Hello?
Yeah, you're good with it, like
Yes.
you didn't understand something, let me know.
No, no, I got it.
Got it, right? So
Yeah.
this is a small story behind how they moved from what is UI. What some if someone asks you about cloud, you should be somewhat, you can understand, right? What is a cloud?
Yeah, what is a cloud? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Similarly, databases also got so we have something called database, right? If you know,
Yeah, I know that.
yeah. In case of traditional databases, okay, that is called as relational database. Okay. What is
Okay.
what is relational database means? Example, if you create a table, you imagine you are creating a table for your own business. You are having a business for e-commerce. Okay. So you created a table for storing the products by using the relational database. So you will have the columns, right? N number
Yeah.
of columns. So if the products will not all the products will not have the same criteria, right? Example is if you take apples, the apples will be in, you can even sell it in a single piece, or like you can place it, you can be in packs. But if you take up a socks, right, it will be always in pair. It will be, if you take up a shoes, it will be always in pairs. Whether you can put you need to add a one more column, right? If it is a different category, so in case of apples it will be numbers. In case of other items like shoes and other stuff, you should create a one more column in order to specify in pairs, right? So it's,
Yeah.
so in case of relational database, if there is one more requirement for a product, you're going to have tablets. Tablets will be in strips. Okay. Yeah, a tablet can be in strips of 15, 30, 20, any much, right? So you need to one more column you need. So but if you see for apples, this columns will not be mandate, it will be empty. But in case of shoe, this column will be empty. In case of tablets, the new column whichever you created will be empty. So you are going to store some data in order, which will be empty, right? So it's like unusual, right? So in order to overcome this wastages in storage memory, they came up the design called NoSQL.
Okay.
This is called as non-relational database. What is non-relational in the sense? In the you no need to create a table called product. Okay. Is like storing all the stuffs in a JSON. You know JSON, or
Yeah.
it's like a text. You can assume it is like a text. In case of you can still create a product, but it's not called as table. Here it is called as collection. Okay. In non-relational databases, that it's not called as table, it is called as collection. In collection, you can insert any kind of text format.
Okay.
Okay. It's like in a particular text you can store like apple item one, number one. In other text you can say socks, shoes one, a pack of pairs of one. Okay. In case of tablets, you can say tablet item 3 and strip that quantity 30. Okay. In any kind of text it will accept, so it has this no need of duplication of columns and wastage of columns, right? So this is compact, right? For the it is even easy for retrieving and storing back. Okay. So they went from relational database to non-relational databases. In case of non-relational databases, we use uh, MongoDB. Okay, this is the first. This is a famous MongoDB is the famous non-relational database. From this, there are many. Like example for Azure, they use called Cosmos DB. Just no need to memorize all this stuff. Just understand like these are existing. These are the terminology exist. So
Okay.
In case of Azure, they call it as Cosmos DB. In case of AWS, they called as Amazon S3 DB something. Okay, I am not sure about it. So this is how the UI and server and databases got evolved now. Okay. So this is the basic flow and the way how the communication happens in the UI as well as your application. Okay. So